one for every day, 365 days in a year, you're going to hit one. Right.
If you can use whatever you made off social media to pay that bill every month,
right.
I feel like those are like steps you're gradually taking forward.
Absolutely. You know? Finally made it where I'm full-time. All I do is create content in some form or facet. So I'm just happy to be where I'm at, man. It took a long time to get here, but I'm here.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Kickback N Vibe. I'm your host, Dan YC, and we the only show you can kick back, relax, and have some fun here in Midtown, New York City. Man, it's been nearly a year since I filmed here at the function, man. Need to just take a step back, come up with new ideas, tapping with the people. But you know what? I'm super excited to be back here, tapping with my team, deliver great content to you guys. And you know what? It's only right I can show you better than I can tell you. So let's just start the season off right with bringing out our special guest. He's a Renaissance man who has an on-air personality, and he has his own show called The Early Evening Show with Tyrone Miller, man. And he has a great charismatic personality. Man, I'm excited to have this brother here in the building. Y'all show some love for Tyrone Miller.
All right, damn. Man.
Yes, sir.
They giving me the good happy. I
to.
appreciate you, brother. All love. Thank you for the invite, man.
Let's fix our chairs real quick.
Well, let's do that, man. We're going head to head.
Yeah.
Like a face-off almost, but it's a loving face-off, a vibes face-off. Thank you for inviting me on Kickback N Vibe, man.
Yeah, you know this is a gobo, right? It's a disc.
Is it?
Yeah, you just put it in the light and it just shines. So you have your logo, man, you just shine it on there.
No, I don't want to do that, man. This is your thing. I don't man. You got your own thing. I'm just here to take in the vibes, man. Kick back and vibe. I'm gonna lean back too. I'm gonna get us home lean back since we kick back and vibe, and it's only right that I kick back.
Yeah, first guest of the season. How are you?
I'm outstanding, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm happy to be here with you, man. I'm excited about life. Everything is beautiful, bro. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. We met maybe about 2 months ago here at the studio.
Yeah.
You was filming with a young lady, I forgot her name, but shout outs to her. And I was like, yo, it's only right we get you on the show, man. I love your content.
Hey, man, appreciate it.
So, man, let's just jump, straight in, man. What was it about creating content, being an on-air personality that caught your attention?
Be totally honest, bro, this has been a 30-year journey, man. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for years. I was doing content before it was really called content.
Yeah.
I was on MySpace, all that. I had a full cable access show, and then it kind of morphed from there. But even before that, won a reality show in 2004. I've been grinding for years, so this is just a combination of everything coming together.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know what's crazy? I think when it comes to creating content, social media really changed the game, right? So when it comes to creating content, sometimes people don't know where to start, how to start, but more so what to talk about, right?
Right.
What do you feel like is the first step when creating content? Because some people like to overcomplicate things, but in reality, all you gotta do is take out your phone and just be on the go.
That's it. I think the best thing for everybody, if you trying to do anything content-wise, you gotta just do it. Like you gotta, like you said, take out your phone. Everybody is walking around, got it in my pocket. I'm gonna show y'all. Everybody got one. If you got a phone, you got a camera. People shoot movies on this. I seen a movie on Netflix, shot on a phone. Take the initiative, say, I'm just gonna do it. Fail big, and if you fail big, you're gonna learn, and then just learn from those mistakes and continue to grow through it.
Yeah, I think that's the best mentality to have when starting anything, whether it's content, starting a business, whatever. Just start. What's the worst that could happen? Yes, of course, you don't know everything.
That's right.
But you're gonna learn from your mistakes and be like, oh, I could have did this, I could have did that.
That's right.
So now, when the next time come around, whatever you're currently doing is gonna be better than the previous one, right?
It's all learning.
Yeah.
It's all learning. Like that's what I've been doing this for years, and I didn't know. Like we was talking off camera. I said, man, now I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna control what I can control, put my best foot forward, and focus on that. And I think young people getting into content, getting into the content game, entertainment, in a creative space at all, you just gotta do your thing and let everything else take care of itself, because you can only control yourself. So if you're putting out content daily, put it up. If it don't do well, switch it up, do something else.
One piece of content gonna go viral.
That's right. Look, you do one for every day, 365 days in a year. You're gonna hit one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you hit that one, and every week. What I do now, I look at every week. All right, just see what works, and if it don't work for you, switch it up, do something different. You know what I mean? And now with doing stuff like this, you always got. For me, I always got content, because I'm like, I keep everything, and I throw it up. And if I'm interviewing people, I throw that up, and it's a win for them, win for me. And I just enjoy doing it, man. It's a beautiful part of life. I've finally made it where I'm full-time. All I do is create content in some form or facet. So I'm just happy to be where I'm at, man. Took a long time to get here, but I'm here.
Ah, absolutely. As long as you're doing what you love to do, that's all that matters. And then you in the big city, you know what I'm saying?
New York City, baby. Gotta love it. The big city of dreams, man. Look, I'm from Jersey, if y'all ain't know.
Yeah.
So, man, I come up that escalator out of Penn Station every day, bro. I just look up like, damn, all right, let's go, boy. Let's get to it.
That's the energy you need,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, yeah.
Because everybody wakes up miserable.
They
like,
do.
Right?
Right.
And you know, the ones that are not waking up miserable are the ones that are doing what they love to do.
Yep.
But even if they're not doing what they love to do, they still find a way to create content. So you know how people film themselves getting up, brushing their teeth, just, you know, their everyday routine?
Yep.
I feel like because they're seeing the progression, that's what's really keeping them going, making them happy, because they know, like, I'm consistent. This is gonna take me somewhere. I may not like this job. It may just be paying for school or helping me with what I'm doing.
Right.
But I know I'm seeing improvement with content.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, I kind of want to know, what was content creation like during the MySpace days, you know, during the development of Facebook? You know, I was a kid that day. I'm 27,
bruh.
so I'm curious to know what that was.
I'm late 40s, bro. So I seen this whole thing happen when I was a kid. There wasn't social media. It wasn't a thing. So now coming up in it, dog, I was doing, how MySpace started for me, I was doing a cable access show. So I was kind of doing something like this. Then social media started coming about. It was Friendster first, which was a social media thing. You probably never even heard of it.
No.
Friendster, then MySpace, and then Facebook. That's later down the road. It's like 2011, but that's like 5-6 years in when it really took off.
Yeah.
So early on, I was getting all my content from, I was doing a sketch comedy show in Jersey called Low Budget TV. Shout out to everybody that did that. Where's my camera? Right there. Shout out to everybody. But everybody, like, we did that. And then it was going on cable access locally. It was great. We was killing it. But then we was like, all right, we gotta branch this thing out. So we said, look, the biggest mistake I made, one of the only regrets I got in this whole journey, I put it on MySpace. I didn't put it on YouTube. And this was 2005, bruh. And I was doing Vine stuff. We was doing sketch comedy, like 30. The stuff people doing now.
It was short, very short form at the time.
Short, bruh. The longest one we had was 4 minutes. And we put it up, and it took off. We was like the #1 rated show on MySpace, like literally. Like TV shows, they had all these different categories towards the end of MySpace. It was the #1 rated show on there, low budget TV, but can't get none of that footage.
You make
now.
use of what you have.
Yeah, so at the time, we was like, yo, we was popping. But on YouTube, you could have, if I'd have stayed, we'd have put it on there, would have been, we probably have been rich right now. But, you know, it happens. That's how the journey works. So we put it there, and it wasn't a lot of people doing what we was doing. Most people was doing pictures. There wasn't even a lot of video.
So it was no such thing as taking out your phone and creating stuff.
Nah, bro. Like, people was doing family stuff. Like, you know, you birthday party, you do a little video. But that at MySpace,
that's with the little cameras, and you can flip it.
And bro, you couldn't even see nothing on them, man. It was terrible. The camera work was terrible on phones. So we was shooting on like regular cameras. So it transferred well to MySpace. But early on, the phone you have in your pocket, you can shoot movies on it. You could go 30 HD in this. Like back then, everything was 8-bit, 6-bit. You couldn't. It just was terrible. It looked like old video games. You ever seen Nintendo to games now? That's what it was like.
I still got the first PlayStation that ever came out.
Exactly. So think of the first PlayStation to now. That's what the difference was in camera quality on your phone to what it is now. Like it was night and day. So that was a thing, and then just people supported it. It was just totally out the realm to be doing like sketch comedy and stuff like that and putting it online. Most people was doing, like, the game has totally changed now because people was just doing random stuff back then.
And this is probably, correct me if I'm wrong, around the time YouTube was in its early stages,
Very early.
So obviously when an app has, or just a website in general has its early stages, it's one of those things where it just has its basic buttons. Up, down, left, right, post, upload video, and that's it. There was no shorts, reels, none of that. So it's like, imagine y'all already thinking 10, 15 years, ahead, which is now, and be like, you know what, damn, you know what, let's make use of what we have. Because you guys already knew you was somewhat limited. Yeah. But in a sense, it's like, nah, man, you'd be surprised. I mean, who would have thought these apps would have came out 10, 20 years ago?
And
you know what I'm saying?
You never would have thought it, bro. Like, my goal is still, to this day, I'm still trying to turn to, all right, dog, social media, it could be it. I still think TV is the goal. Because I'm older, that's what I came up in. I know TV being, you get on TV, you're successful. So for a long time, that's what I did. I did reality shows, everything I could get in TV-wise, I did. But then it was a switch like 5-10 years ago, really 5. Like COVID, I was like, you know what, I might as well start really trying to do this content. I started putting stuff on YouTube, just motivational stuff.
Yeah.
During that time. And then I had a couple things go viral. I was like, all right, maybe this will work, man. And then, you know, I got monetized on YouTube, and I was like, all right, this is cool. I didn't get nothing crazy. Wasn't getting like money off it. I got a little bit, but nothing crazy. I couldn't.
But you still made $1.
Yeah,
you know
I made a couple. I was like, okay, maybe this thing worked, man.
I always say, if you can at least pay, I don't care if you have a bill that's $50 a month.
Right.
If you can use whatever you made off social media to pay that bill every month.
Right.
I feel like those are like steps you're gradually taking forward.
Absolutely.
You know, you got to climb the ladder.
Absolutely.
You know, you start small, you gradually work your way up. It doesn't matter what age you are.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I like that because it's like, I always say the people that either grew up not having, or even if they weren't in that situation, but they just have the mentality of like, no, this could work, let's just try,
right,
are always gonna get farther.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You grew up with limited, you know, buttons and opportunities, but you're like, yo, we love content, you know? Let's just see what the future holds.
Right, and then, dog, this was a time when Dave Chappelle's show just went off the air.
Oh, damn.
Around that time, so I'm like, yo, we should do that. And then people was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, what? That ain't gonna work. Where you gonna put it? We gonna put it on TV. And I'm hoping it got to big TV, but it was cable access. I said, all right, we doing it every week. In the hood, man, they loved it. It was, oh, man, y'all, we was kind of locally hood famous, boy. We was doing all types of, we did Slap a Bee, where you go up, it was a reality show. You go up, you just slap somebody. Oh, you on Slap a Bee. Like, this was in the 2004, remember, it was the beginning of reality shows. The influx of reality shows wasn't like it was, it ain't like it is now. Like 2004, there wasn't many. So it was like, all right, it seemed crazy, like reality show, that don't make sense, blah, 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 blah. And now fast forward, this is what everybody's doing. And it's crazy, I don't really feel like I missed the boat. I'm kind of like, nah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yeah. Whatever's supposed to happen is gonna happen, and I'm gonna keep on grinding. So now, like I said, I'm here in New York. I'm an on-air personality by day. I stream for TikTok, I stream for Bruno Mars Shoes, a company, on TikTok Lives. I'm making money there. So my whole life is now doing entertainment. I still got my show here. So everything is going according to plan. It's just, you know, you got to be able to adapt to whatever happens.
Yeah, and I want to speak about that, the early evening show with Tyrone Miller. You already have the charismatic personality, so like transitioning to creating your own show, and even though you did it when you was younger with your boys, was it hard now because now you're in an actual production setup, and then you think about like, man, it wasn't like that when I was a teenager, as a kid. How was that like, I guess, the mentality-wise coming in, or even creating the first episode? Like,
it was in my mind. I said, this is what I want to do. I was saying I wanted to be like Oprah. I want to be like Oprah. I want to be the male Oprah.
Everybody, yeah.
And then, you got a show. You know how it is. Yeah. That's where you see yourself long term. So I'm like, how can I start? So I started doing these. I had in my mind, first I was doing like late night stuff. Like I would come on and I would just talk for a half hour about all these different subjects and had stuff on the screen. And then I did a web show for a local newspaper back in Trentonian. Shout out to Trentonian.
Okay.
And I did that, and I was interviewing local people, taste makers of the town, and I would interview them. And then I was like, I kind of like that. I kind of like interviewing people. I got really good at it. So then I kind of implemented that into the show. But the first episode was just me talking about different things, and then it kind of morphed into what it is now. Because I'm big on belief that if you adapt to where you're at and you see what you get, once you shoot it, you might not like it. Then you say, all right, let me change to this. Let me change to this. And it's a constant evolution. And now that it reflects on my whole life. I think like life is it's always an evolution, bro. It's always somewhere else you could go. I'm open to every opportunity, but every opportunity may not be ready for me, may not fit.
May not
be
for you.
I learned something from that opportunity moving into the next one. So that's kind of how I dictate the show. And now it's pretty much full on interview. I bring people on, let them tell their story, talk about their journey on where they've been, where they going to. And I think you could do that with everybody. I would love to do that with everybody across the world, because I think everybody has a story. Yeah. Regardless of what you could be stalked out on drugs, whatever, but everybody got a story, and we gotta be able to look at them and see more than a person. See, they got a story, they've been through some things, and find inspiration in that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to create, well, it was formerly known as Kickback and Chill, but the reason why I created this show was because I knew, like you said, everybody has a story. But coming from New York, and you don't have to be based, you don't have to be coming from, you can come from any other state, tri-state, don't matter.
Right.
I wanted to create something where it's like, where we can have fun, but I always say this is like the function area where you can just unwind, decompress, have a great conversation, but have fun. You're constantly ripping and running through the city. Sometimes you just sit back and relax, express how you feel, tell your story. Some people's never done that before.
Right.
You know? So yeah, everybody has a show, but it's like, you know, let's just try. That's why. That's when the name Kickback N Vibe.
Nah, that fits.
Yeah.
And dog, it's a gap. You filling a gap because dog, a lot of times, like somebody like me, I'm in the creative space, so I may get this opportunity sometime, but dog, I haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
But so this is the first time I'm getting it. I've been on podcasts and stuff, but I never really get to come just chill out. You ain't got to talk about nothing specific. Whatever comes up, we talk about it. So I appreciate you, bro. And then it's definitely, we vibing, we kicking back. The show fits, man. So keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it. Kind of want to take a step into the book you created, 40 Jewels of Life. Yeah. And the quote says, correct me if I'm wrong, your outlook on life will determine your outcome on life.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the outlook, like I think, your mindset, man, like coming from where I come from, you don't see a lot of, I'm not even gonna say that. You don't see a lot of people evolve. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we probably from the same place, but we ain't from the same place. You don't see a lot of people that at 18, they one way, 25, they evolved a little bit, they think a little differently, 35, they're a little different, and 50, they the whole different dude, and they look back on that time. So I think your outlook is gonna get you to them different stages of life, but you gotta be open to all them different changes. So your outlook, man, at 25 ain't gonna be the same as it is at 35. So just grow with that. Your outlook is definitely gonna determine your outcome. And like, I've always been somebody to believe in, if you put your best foot forward, things is gonna come your way. Just keep on grinding. Like, keep going, keep going. Like, if you believe in something, you believe it's supposed to happen for you, just keep pushing at it, and at some point it'll happen in your time. But it might not be your time, but it's the time it's supposed to happen. So I think that's what the quote pretty much is. Your outlook, man, how you look at life, how you see people, how you interact with people, all that is going to determine your outcome, whatever that outcome may be. You know what I mean? Like I've seen a lot of bros, like, it go left. You know what I mean? They say, I ain't taking this, I'm going da-da-da-da. And then that outlook got you in jail, got you killed, got you, you know what I mean, jammed up. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm always been somebody, I'm just gonna spread love, man. I'm gonna have a good time, spread love, hug it out. Like I tell people I love them all the time, like I love you, bro. Yeah. And I mean that from the bottom of my, like that's real. I ain't just saying it, I'm like, yo, bro, I love you just cause you. Yeah. You know what I mean? As long as you ain't causing me no harm, man, I wish you nothing but the best. Yeah. And that outlook has got me where I've been all this time, man, been 20 plus years, been in entertainment, grinding it out, doing different things, and everything I wanted to do, I did, and I raised my kids. I'm married, 2 kids. My son just graduated college last year. My daughter graduating this year, so, and I ain't graduated college. You know what I mean? First one in my immediate family, my mom, my pop, my sister, none of them graduated college, so my kids is the first ones. I'm proud of that, but while doing that, I still was doing my thing. So, like, that outlook was, they can do that. We gonna push that on them, and that made that outcome. And I truly believe that for everything.
Absolutely. I'm curious on what's next for the early evening with Tyrone Miller. Like, what do you have next in the vault? If you could possibly tell us, you can leave a sneak peek.
Nah, man, I'm pretty forthright, man. Bringing more people on and then bringing it into the space that I'm already in. Like I said earlier, I'm an on-air personality, and I got access to like, they call it the hobby. So people that collect sports cards and all that. So I'm going to start gearing it a little bit towards that, because I'm already in the game. Like, you know, Michael Rubin, all these athletes come to the place I do it at, so I'm getting athlete interviews with them ripping cards. So I'm like, I'm already in that space, why not just fold the early evening show into that, or at least give it a little piece of that? So I'm gonna start interjecting that into the show, and then still doing the interviews, man. Like, I love sitting down, talking to people, getting into people's minds, because I leave more inspired. Like, I feel like I get more out of, they get an opportunity to tell their story, but I get an opportunity to fill out that vibe and become inspired by what it is they've done. Because I feel like it's inspiration in everybody's story, and I take that inspiration to try to run with it.
Oh, man. Ty, thank you so much,
brother. Thank you,
man. You got to come back, and I know I'm going to be with you next week.
Yeah, I'm about to say, we're doing a home and home next Friday, brother.
Yes, man. Thank you so much. Always welcome back. Good luck, with your endeavors with consecration. Yeah, man, just let them know where they can find you.
Hey, man, the Tyrone Miller on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
I think it's this one.
My fault. At the Tyrone Miller, Instagram. At the Tyrone Miller. It's ATHETYRONEMILLER. That's on all social medias. And man, I look forward to seeing y'all. Make sure you give me a follow, man, and holla at your boy, man. I'm loving. It's all love, man. I ain't gonna come with no bull.
Well,
and Day, thank you, man. That was
appreciate
fun,
it, man.
Great convo, brother.
Appreciate you so much, man. Always welcome back. I got my boy Ty Miller in the building, so keep it locked and stay tuned.
Yes, sir.